So there's this thing that I say. I don't know if it's a saying. It's something that I say. I say that God will send you the same person twice to see if you're paying attention. It'll be in a different body. I don't know if y'all have heard that before, but like, you will be sent, the universe, God, whatever you fucking pray to, right? You will be sent the same person twice to see if you're paying attention. To see if you learned the lesson the first time. Does that make sense? Like, to be sent the same person twice, just in a different font. Do you get what I mean? Because for me, that's exactly what happened. So I was dating this one guy, and I think I told y'all a little bit about that story. Like, if you go back and I mentioned it a little bit on here. I was telling the story about this guy that I was dating. I met him online playing fish. That's the worst dating app ever in history. And, you know, everything was fine, but he was like a homosexual. Like, he didn't really have no home, so he was hopping from home to home trying to figure out where to go, you know what I mean? And I didn't know that, you know, until after I left the relationship. You know, he was fine as hell, you know. He was very intellectually stimulated, but he was a bum, low-key. Like, he said he wanted a girl with his shit together, meanwhile he was living with me. Ain't have no money, nothing to give me, nothing. Like, he had nothing to give me, but he wanted something that was put together. That don't make no sense. I knew it, I digress. So, I left him, broke up with him. Why was I sent the same fucking man? I swear to God, it was like I was sent the same man, different font. Fine as hell. The first guy was a male model. I dated a lot of male models. I was in the modeling industry. I was in the modeling industry for about 6 years. And I was signed to agencies. And when I was signed to agencies, I ended up dating a lot of male models. It just kind of worked out that way. But I felt like I was sent the same one. So when I met this guy that I just talked about, he was in Houston. So this guy that I felt like got sent to me again, just in a different font, was when I was modeling in New York. So I went from Houston, started modeling in Houston. Then I started modeling in New York City. Obviously, have more opportunities in New York City. And I'm originally from New York City. I was in school in Houston. That's how I got scouted out there. So now I'm in New York doing my modeling shit, and I meet another male model or whatever. This guy he had clout, not gonna lie. He hit me up on Instagram, and he was really cute, and I think he was in like he had did some modeling for like Calvin Klein. Like, he was a big deal, but like it was like his off season. Like, I could tell he wasn't doing any heavy modeling anymore, but he was still popular, so he was like more party promoting. And then I think he was like a background, or like you know, those male models that be in music videos. Like, he was one of those. I think he was in like one of Beyonce's music videos or some shit like that. And that was pretty cool. So, you know, that was intriguing. He was a Leo. You know what? That's so funny. They were the two opposites. The other one was an Aquarius and he was a Leo. Anyway, I digress. That's not important. But yeah, so this guy that got sent, that was like this male model, he had a little bit more clout than, you know, the other male model I was dating. But it was like he was the same person. He was a party promoter, so he got me into all the parties, this and that, da 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 da. It was lit, you know, we had fun. But in the same sense, he was weird because he didn't have no home either. I found out this man was living out his car. I did not know that he was living out his car. He'd pick me up in his little black truck or whatever, and we would go, you know, out for the night. But I did not know he was living in his car. The more I got to know him, the more I knew that he was living in his car. And I ended up giving this man money. I should not have been giving this man money. It's the same situation that I was when I was in Houston. And I had to wake myself up like, bitch, are you paying attention, bro? Like, are you really paying attention? I felt like I was not paying attention. Like, I was not here in the head. Like, I was not listening to myself. I had to get a grip. I remember this. He asked me for $20, and then he would call me out my name, and I had to get a grip. That's what I'm saying. Like, I had to get a grip. Like, the first guy, he didn't ever call me out my name, but when I stopped giving the funds, he disappeared. Like, he went to like to hang out with these other male models. I couldn't hear from him, and then that's when we broke up. Now, this guy, when I stopped giving him money, and mind you, I think I gave him $20 like once or twice. And then when I stopped giving him $20, mind you, I wasn't even working at the time. So this money that I was getting was like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, this is my money that I barely have for myself. And you want me to give it to you? Oh, that's why I made that video when I talk about how men will use you. And so I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, this man, he was doing a lot. But I never took him seriously. The other guy, I did take seriously. But this man, for some reason, something in my soul just never took him seriously. Never took him seriously. So I broke up with him. I told him, don't call me no more. Don't do none of that. This man stalked me. I block him on all things. He would text me, talking to him, I'm outside your house. This man was insane. Now, this same guy that I was talking to when I was in Houston, that did all of that, and, you know, he was still talking to me for like years. To the point where last year in was it 2023, I think, in 2023, 2022, one of those years, he was in New York to do like this big fashion show, and he was trying to get me to in the fashion show, and he just wanted to see me. But mind you, this is my ex. I haven't seen this man in years. And after all that you did to me, you try to play me, try to use me for my money. You think I'm going to be your friend? I don't give a fuck what opportunity you have for me, nigga. No, I don't care. But that's why I said be careful. You got to be careful. They will send you the same man twice. Did you pay attention? Were you paying attention?